Thanks to Kalshi for sponsoring Mets Daily. Use that code FanArchBaseball to get $10 when you trade 10. How sweep it is. I mean, what a series for the Mets against the Detroit Tigers. Mets, all three games coming back, showing some resiliency. And that's something you love to see. A.J. Ewing hitting his first career homer. I just got to Hyundai Club. Trains were probably the worst train day I've ever seen in New York yesterday. Of course, the day I come in, and it was just chaos getting to the ballpark. I didn't get there till like the second inning and was doing mid-food review, Ewing homers. What a compact swing. This kid had 3 homers in the minors last year. He's already got 3 this year, 2 in the minors and now his first in the big leagues. And, something I've mentioned on this show, I said when the weather warms up, you're going to see these bats get hotter. You're going to see the ball fly out of the ballpark. And on Thursday, on a pretty warm day with some wind, 66, 67 degrees, you saw balls fly out. Brett Beatty hits a big homer. Ewing, obviously, the homer. Marcus Semien homered, who, by the way, Marcus Semien, now he's got more RBIs, more stolen bases than Brandon Nimmo. I'll be monitoring those because everyone wanted to go crazy when Brandon Nimmo had a first good 2 weeks. Those numbers are deep diving, and you're going to see a point where, Semien and Nimmo are closer statistically than you would have expected when this season's all said and done. So I don't want to hear about Brandon Nimmo anymore because he will go on a tailspin, guaranteed. Semien homered, Beatty. So everyone, Vientos homered. So everyone was getting involved yesterday, top to bottom. And the kids really playing a part, man. Carson Bench and A.J. Ewing. And Noah McLean, slow start, work minutes at the 3-run homer, but that was it. Gives up nothing else, and the Mets dominate, and the bullpen shuts the door. But, Noah McLean battled back, and he gave the Mets 7 strong innings. And then Myers and Kimbrel, and they had wiggle room. And they scored a boatload of runs. I mean, in 2 games, they had 19 runs combined. So you're seeing the offense come to life. You're seeing the better weather. Mets returning home. And now, a little bit of juice going in to the Subway Series. And for me, listen, I love the Subway Series. And I think the Mets needed to win a few games, and the sweep really helped. 2 out of 3 would have been okay, but a sweep really solidified. All right, there's some juice in the building. Yankees struggling a little bit coming in, 4-6 in their last 10. Mets now coming off a sweep. There's some juice in this building. Now, Mets still 18-25, Yankees 27-17. There's going to be probably 50-50 split. If not, maybe 60-40 Mets, but I could see 50% Yankees, 50% Mets fans today. Yankee fans love Citi Field. I know a lot of Yankee fans going tonight and this weekend, so I expect probably a 50-50 split. But for me, when I first went, I went to the regular season in 2000. Unfortunately, I didn't get to go to the World Series. Prices then were too expensive I was 9, however old my dad was then, and I don't blame him. I mean, that was the hot ticket, obviously, and if that happened this year, it would be an even hotter ticket in this economy in New York. So I love it. 26 straight years. I've made it a point to go every year because it's just special. I'm a tradition guy. Like, once I start something, I'm going to keep it going. And once I kept going every year, I'm like, I got to keep this going as long as I can. And 26 years. I mean, I got Gary Cohen and Howie Rose beat at this point when it goes to consecutive Subway Series. And it also helps because when you go, you don't have to hear tonight Apple broadcast and tomorrow the Fox broadcast, SNY on Sunday. Sunday, I probably won't go, especially if the Knicks are on Sunday afternoon at 3:30. We will not go on Sunday. It's also going to be like 85 degrees. It's going to be a hot one on Sunday. It'll be nice tonight and tomorrow, but Sunday's going to be a scorcher and an afternoon game. So I think we'll be good with going today and tomorrow and calling it a day. And it just has that feel. Let's go Yankees. Yankees suck. Let's go Mets. Let's go Yankees. The chance back and forth. I think it's special, and it still is. And maybe it's lost a little luster because the Mets are under 500 right now, but there will always be life in the Subway Series, and there will always be the rivalry and the bragging rights. And, you used to go to school growing up on Monday morning if you won the series 2 out of 3 or you swept, and you were wearing your Met gear, and if you didn't, you were quiet for the day and let the Yankee fans boast. And I don't know. For a Met fan, it's cool because we have 2 World Series. We have none in our life. We know about the Yankees in 27, and although it's been a while. But this is our bragging rights during the season when we talk about Mets Yankees because obviously we haven't had them, and that's why there's some excitement that we have money, we're investing, like we're getting closer, but we're still not there at that Yankees level. So we're not the consistent winner. We're not in the playoffs every year. Despite the Yankees not finishing the deal, they're in the playoffs every year. The Mets aren't there yet. We thought as of 2024 it's going to be a rhythm. 2025 they imploded, and this year they're struggling. So we got to take the W's when we can get them. So it's Cam Schlittler, Clay Holmes tonight. It'll likely be Rodon tomorrow, and then Sunday it'll be Weathers versus Peralta. So tomorrow's gonna be tough because it's probably gonna be the Peterson Brazoban Schlop fest, and the Mets offense will have to score a lot tomorrow. You never know against Rodon. Rodon is not that good, but Schlittler is a Cy Young candidate, but so is Clay Holmes. So you get a great pitching matchup tonight. Citi Field should be buzzing tonight by both Mets and Yankee fans. And Sunday's a pretty good matchup too. Weathers have been pitching all right, and Peralta's been good. So excited for this weekend. Should be an awesome Subway Series. We hope to see some of you there. We're going to be getting a lot of content, so if you see me, want to be part of videos, make sure you follow me at Jake Brown Live. Smash that thumbs up on this video right now. Hit that subscribe button as well. Hit that share button. Hit that repost. At Jake Brown Live is where you can get me on all social media. The Mets, they are underdogs tonight. They are not the favorites tonight. And, you can predict the market, of course, with Kalshi. As you see on the screen there, the odds. The Mets, 58%. The Yankees, 58%. The Mets, 42% to win tonight. So you got to get yourself over to Kalshi because baseball season is here. And the Mets trading at just around 3% to win it all. A $100 trade gets you around $2,700. Tonight, Citi Field, the Mets trading at a probability of 42%, meaning $100 trade will pay out $228 if the Mets win tonight. I like those odds. Listen, I like that considering you got Clay Holmes on the mound and the Mets are hot right now and A.J. Ewing is hot. So I like that on Kalshi. You're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, and as the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position for a limited time. Download that Kalshi app and use that code FANARCHBASEBALL to get $10 when you trade 10. KALSHI, Kalshi, trade on anything. Also, you'll see below that on the app during the game, you can do player props as well, home runs, strikeouts, hits plus runs plus RBIs, and total bases. So it's not just the game result itself, it's also the props as well you could have some fun with on there. We're not having fun learning about Francisco Lindor's timeline because there is none. Lindor is getting better, but still no timetable. And same thing for Polanco, who a month ago received an injection, but still nothing for Polanco. Lindor, no real updates. He's not really doing, he's getting better and showing signs of healing, Carlos Mendoza said. He's not close to returning. So, again, I don't expect Lindor any time before, mid-June. At the very earliest, he's a month away. But they need to let it heal, and he's going through strengthening before he eventually starts his running progression. So we got a while for Lindor, a while for Polanco, still nothing. Alvarez underwent knee surgery yesterday morning. Timeline's 8 weeks. Puts him right around the All-Star break. So expect that. Listen, I loved, and maybe it's a sign of a turnaround for the Mets. Is it a turnaround is the question. I absolutely loved the Mets going with that squeeze bunt. That was my favorite play of the season with Hayden Sanger. You're seeing things. Listen, bunting leads to chaos. Look, the run scored, and he was saved at first. Ended up being a bunt single. So we need to see more of this. We need to see more hit run. We saw some of that yesterday. We need to see more squeeze bunts. And the Mets push runs across if they want to win games shorthanded without some of their best bats right now. Is it signs of a turnaround? I think it is because you're seeing the youth spark the team. Enough of the matchups. And maybe Mendoza learned from this series, and you hope that he and the front office learn from this series to stop playing guys based on matchups. Enough of the Slaters, Abadias. And listen, Tyrone Taylor is doing nothing. I'm starting to get really sick of Tyrone Taylor. He just doesn't hit at all. And we talk about how we like him and we know he plays good defense. But in a time where the Mets need bats, Tyrone Taylor isn't really helping. Now, there's not a real solution right now at the moment. You kind of just got to rock it out. But I really just want to see bench Soto and Ewing every day. The issue is Soto's going to DH some games. They're going to take it easy here with the ankle now. He played yesterday and played well, mind you, with the ankle. So, hitting a homer, which was awesome. I actually went on live and Soto homered as I went on live. I believe it was Soto. So, now is the time to see the regulars every day and stop mixing and matching. You're seeing the regulars get comfortable. Even Mark Vientos hitting well right now. Simeon picking it up. Like, stop shuffling guys and let guys play. That's the key, I think, for the Mets. Is it a turnaround? Let us know in the comments below what you think. Have the Mets got this thing going and turn this around. We will see you at the Subway Series this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go Mets. Subscribe, hit that thumbs up, comment, and we'll talk to you next week right here on Mets Daily. Let's go Mets, and let's go Knicks.